It's time for the Sports Report with your host, Mike Prince. For scores, updates, and highlights, Waller County area, the Sports Report is your one-stop spot. And now let us join in today's program.
Well, good morning. It is Saturday morning, February the 8th, 2014. It is the big day on the Hill. Today will be the day that the Prairie View A&M University Panthers will be hosting the Texas Southern Tigers. And I got a news flash for you, ladies and gentlemen. We will be broadcasting that game live right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Got a lot in store for you. We're going to talk about the 17 signees for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, the new Panthers coming toward the Hill. We're going to hear from Coach Heist Northern of the Prairie View A&M University Football Panthers. We want to also talk with head baseball coach for the Panthers, and that is none other than Mr. Wascala Cullivan. Wascala Cullivan will be breaking open his season real soon right here. So I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take us a quick break or two, and we'll be back with the Saturday edition of the Sports Report. Keep it locked where you got it, and we'll be right back. The Open Mic Broadcast Network is proud to be the official voice of Waller County Athletics. We'd like to thank the following sponsors for today's broadcast. In the Prairie View area, Brubaker's Barbecue, Uptown Barber and Beauty Shop, Jolivet Automotive, Papa John's Pizza, Subway Sandwich Shop, Loretta's Place Beauty Shop, Temple of Refuge, Church of God in Christ, and in the Waller and Field store area, Waller Bulldog Club, and San Bernard Electric Cooperative. If you or your group would like to be a sponsor of Waller County Athletics, give us a call at 832-213-8824. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Be sure to visit our website at www.ktorradio.com. What if I told you that for $36, you could make a big difference? At $36 a year, you can become a listening partner with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. This annual donation would help us continue the success of our broadcast throughout Waller County. Visit our website at ktorradio.com and become a listening partner today. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. All right, welcome back here to the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And yes, we can and do need your support. For only $36 a year, that's $3 a month, 10 cents a day, your donation can help and will make a big difference in the program that we bring to you from the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Man, last night I had a doozy of a night. Man, I was not a happy camper on last night. I've gotten somewhat over it, but I am still bitter. In a nutshell, here's what I tell you. For those who may not know or do know, doesn't really matter, but I am African American. And I live in an area of town, a little rural community, small town, less than 6,000 people in the town. And I won't get into all that, but just understand this. Last night, I was reminded that there's still some growing up that needs to be done from people within neighboring communities. If my money is good enough to take during the day, it ought to be good enough to take at night. And bottom line is that you'd have to go to our Facebook page at Open Mic Broadcast Network to check that out, or you could either go to my Twitter account, OMBN_radio. We can discuss that. Or if you want to give me an email, go to OMB Network at gmail.com. Or you can even go to our website, leave us a voice message at ktorradio.com. Go to the section that says contact us, and you'll be able to get whatever message you need to get to me. Enough of that being said, let us get into our weekend show because, man, we got a lot to do on today because the big game tonight will be the Prairie View A&M University Panthers and the Texas Southern Tigers. The Tigers are coming to town. Both teams are right under each other. Texas Southern is 5-4, Prairie View's 4-5, and they're flip-flopping, so it's all over the place. But there was a big day on the Hill this past Wednesday. It was National Signing Day. And because of this National Signing Day, Prairie View was able to snag 17 signees, and 11 of them were defensive players. So Coach Northern has his scope set. He said, hey, I know we can score, and I know we can do all the things we need to do, but we got to stop somebody from scoring because I could score 100 points, but if you score 101, you win. Some of the new guys that will be coming to the Hill will be Mr. Anthony Okray, wide receiver, 6 foot 2 inches tall, 185 pounds. And he is from Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Hill. Mr. Yazrick Oliver, 5'10", wide receiver, out of Houston Worthing High School. Cedric Porter, 6'4", 6'4" cornerback, a 6'4" cornerback, and he is out of Bogalusa, Louisiana. Also, Mr. Don Rittenhouse from Baytown, Texas, 6 foot, 225-pound linebacker. Mr. William Stanley, a 5'10" wide receiver out of Mesquite, Texas, out of West Mesquite. Mr. Jonathan Taylor, 6'4", 220-pound defensive end out of San Antonio, Texas, from Roosevelt High. We also have Mr. Dominique Weaver. Weaver is a 5'10" cornerback, be coming from Dallas, Texas, Dallas Christian. Mr. Tyrone Williams, a 6'1", 220-pound running back out of Denton, Texas, in Ryan High School. Mr. Josh Biggums, that's right, Biggums, safety, 5'10", 170-pound, out of Dothan, Atlanta, went to Northview High School. Taekwon Fields, 6 foot, 190-pound linebacker / strong safety out of Panano Beach, Florida. Mr. Jalen Graves, defensive tackle, 6'2", 265-pounder. He, too, is from Bogalusa, Louisiana. Willie Green, defensive end, 6'4", 230-pound freshman out of Birmingham, Alabama, with the Huffman High School. James Harper, 6 foot, 300-pound defensive tackle out of Waco, Texas. Damon Jackson, safety, 6 foot tall, 195-pound freshman from New Orleans, Louisiana. Went to Landry Walker High School. Joshua Johnson, 6'2" quarterback, 185-pounder out of New Orleans. He went to Warren Easton. Gus Lopez, 6'3", 320-pound offensive lineman, right down the road from Rosenberg, Texas, from Lamar Consolidated. And last but not least, Mr. Desmond Mitchell, 6'3", 247-pound defensive tackle out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. He went to Flanagan High School. And that is your signing crew as we know it now for the 2014 football season that is coming real soon. We were able to catch up with Coach Heist Northern during the National Signing Day get-togethers on Wednesday, and he was very excited and had a lot to share, and we'll go right to his reflections right now. This is Coach Heist Northern, head football coach for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers.
We met our needs, especially on the defensive side of the ball. If you look at it, you'll see quite a few defensive linemen, whether it's ends or tackles, a couple of linebackers, and a whole lot of guys in the secondary. So we did that. We accomplished that goal. We hit Texas hard. Normally we may end up with only 4 or 5 guys from the state of Texas. We doubled that amount. this year, much to the liking of my offensive tackle, Trey Glover. So, we go back and forth as coaches just talking about, where some of these guys from, who has the most players and all that. But at the end of the day, we want to get, more guys from the state of Texas, make no doubt about it. And we want to make sure that those guys fit into what we're doing. Okay? Now the hard work begins. Making sure we get these guys admitted to school, making sure they get their financial aid forms done, housing, summer school. I'm going to say that again while my athletic director is sitting on the front row. Summer school. I wish Dr. Bradford and some of those other people were here, but it's very important that we get those young men in and get them started off the right way. One thing that we have to think about, too, we still deal with a lot of first-generation college students. So their parents are not quite as well versed as what goes on the college campus, what all needs to be done. When we looked at our graduating class from last year, we had 5 young men that were the first person in their whole family to graduate from college. So that's very big from that standpoint. But like I say, we want to recruit local talent and try to make everything better for this university. A couple things that we have to clean up a little bit, and this may not be the venue for it, but I'm going to tell it like it is. Like I say, we want to recruit local talent, but a lot of times when you're recruiting local talent, we as a university and we as a coaching staff have to break down a lot of bridges. And I'll tell you a couple things real quick. When we are recruiting from certain areas, and you hear recruits when they leave out of our weight room say, well, my high school weight room is twice or 3 times that size, or my high school weight room has twice or 3 times the amount of equipment. It's an uphill recruiting battle from day one. Or when you have coaches, high school coaches, that may tell a young man when he's committed to Prairie View to keep his options open. And when he commits to somewhere else, be a man of your word. So we're still fighting those battles. Just the other day, I had to explain to a non-black person that HBCUs do let other races into their university. So it's 2014, and that's what I have to do as a head football coach. So just understand, what are we trying to do? As Prairie View alums, and I always joke, I appreciate what they try to do a lot of times, but a lot of them, I'm going to have to give them a measuring tape and teach them how to measure and weigh people by sight. I had a call from a young man that wanted me to look at someone. He told me the kid was 6'3", 240. And I've been looking at film a long time. And when I looked at the film, I told the guy, I said, the guy looks like he's maybe 5'11", about 220. And then he said, Coach, you about right. He said, my son is 6'4". He's about 4 inches shorter than my son. So that makes him right at 6 feet tall. So, we're still dealing with that a little bit. But we have to make sure as coaches we're doing our due diligence. We took some 22 shots to the back of the head where we were on some excellent kids, and we lost them at the end. And we got to find a way to finish that. And sometimes I look at it, we lost 2 young men to the Naval Academy. Now, as a head football coach at Prairie View, I'm sort of upset about that. I am upset about that. But when I look back at it, I say, man, that's a great opportunity for those young men. To the fact that we had some young men that had 23s, 27s, 26s on their ACT scores and considering Prairie View. And to lose them to Navy is not bad for Prairie View. So I'll take my hat off to the coaches that did an outstanding job. And we still have to change the perception of HBCUs, not only amongst our prospects, but amongst us as well. We have to think that, hey, that's a good option for my son or my daughter down the line when they come to choosing a college. So I want to thank everyone once again. I'll touch a little bit on the schedule before I sit down. Yes, this is my 4th year, or going into my 4th year being a head coach. And yes, I know it is pretty much a make or break year for Heights Northern as a head football coach at Prairie View. That's nothing I shy away from, and I look forward to the challenge. My goal, and I tell my coaches, I tell my family, and I tell these players, my goal is to be the head coach when that new stadium built. Now, or when it's completed. Now, whether it's 2 years from now or when Adam comes to school at Prairie View, I want to be the head coach here. It's a great place for me. It's a great place for my family. Looking at the schedule, we have our normal SWAC slate. Out of conference, we'll play against McNeese, who, when I took the head coaching job, I said I want to play Southland Conference schools. I want to play local schools. Now that gives us a chance to go up and test our mettle once again. We'll back down from no one. But I do like playing FCS schools that are within a short distance drive and go and step up to the plate. I know the $1 million question, I hope I don't step on Mr. Robinson's toes, is, where are we playing Southern University, the school that I went to? And from my understanding, we playing at Blackshear, or as some of the Southern fans call it, Black Sheep. But I tell you what, when they come, they better be ready to play. And whoever comes to Blackshear Stadium, the way it is now and the way it's going to be, they better be ready to play. So, I think we did an outstanding job with the young men you see on the film behind me. And I think we have an outstanding group of young men that's going to bring them in and show them the right way to do things. And hopefully we'll start our season in Reliance Stadium and finish our season in Reliance Stadium. So I want to thank you all once again, and let's get ready. And also I want to make an announcement. I wrote this down. We got our first commitment from the class of 2025. His name is Adam Northern. He said he's going to play safety or maybe cornerback, but he'd rather play safety because they don't run as much. Or he'd rather play wide receiver because they make a lot of touchdowns. But I want to thank you all, and I look forward to being the head coach, and I look forward to coaching these young men and getting us to the championship game. Thank you.
And that was head coach Heist Northern for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. Once again, we will give you the schedule as it has been tentatively set. August the 31st is when the Panthers will open up against the Texas Southern Tigers. That is August 31st. And if you're checking your calendars, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is on a Sunday. It's the Labor Day Classic. That game is scheduled for a 4 p.m. kickoff. That's the only time they have scheduled right now. But they will be taking care of some business here real soon. Then they'll come back. They'll have a bye week on September the 6th. On the 13th, they will take on the McNeese Cowboys down in McNeese. September the 20th, they will take on and host the Southern Jaguars right here at Blackshear Stadium on the campus of Prairie View A&M University. And then the Cotton Bowl Classic. It's going to be played a week earlier than prior times. Usually it's that first Saturday in October. But this will be the last Saturday in September. They'll face the Grambling State Tigers at the State Fair Cotton Bowl Classic. October the 4th, we'll have the Panthers putting on their traveling shoes, going to Jackson, Mississippi to take on the Jackson State Tigers. On October the 11th, homecoming. Panthers will be hosting the Alabama State Hornets right there at Blackshear Stadium. October the 18th, pack the shoes again because it's time to go to Inabita, Mississippi, where they'll take on the Mississippi Valley Delta Devils. And October 25th, we'll have the Alcorn State Braves coming back to the yard. They'll be taking on the Panthers at Blackshear Stadium. And then the Panthers will close out November 8th and the 15th on the road against University of Arkansas Pine Bluff and Alabama A&M. So the stage has been set. Coach Northern talked about some of the challenges and the struggles that HBCUs have to go through, some of the stigmas that they even have to still work through. Being a product of an HBCU, my beloved Prairie View A&M University, it is always a task at hand. Going back to the incident that I was talking about earlier when we opened up the show, but I refuse to keep feeding that. But it's an exciting time for the Panthers. They have the new stadium coming up. They got a whole bunch of things working out in the mix. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to be right there to help keep you informed on what's going on. We also want to give congratulations to a Waller soon-to-be graduate, Mr. Chris Wilkerson. Wilkerson signed with Stephen F. Austin, the Lumberjacks, up in Nacogdoches, Texas. He will be a long snapper for the Lumberjacks, and we want to wish Chris a great deal of success and happy travel as he goes back and forth to Nacogdoches. I tell you what, we're going to take us a break, and we're going to talk about the boys of spring and summer, and that is none other than baseball. We got an interview with Coach Wascala Cullivan that we're going to let you be able to get a taste of. And we'll talk a little bit about the baseball scheduling coming up and a whole lot more right here on the Sports Report, Saturday, February the 8th, 2014. I'm your host, Mike Prince. Keep it locked where you got it, and we'll be right back.
Are you looking for an affordable way to increase your business? Let the Open Mic Broadcast Network lead the way. For a customized, affordable ad campaign, call 832-213-8824.
What do your status updates say? You're learning a new language? Going all organic? Instead of typing your feelings, what if you could put them into action? By creating a network to help keep kids off the streets in a country like Armenia or in Honduras, bringing IT into the classroom, or on a farm in Tanzania, helping stem the world's food crisis by creating a sustainable agricultural program. What if every ounce of your being helped update the status of a person, and in turn they did the same for you? Would this be enough social interaction? Or is this only the beginning of something larger? Life is calling. How far will you go? Peace Corps. Get interactive at peacecorps.gov/game.
You can now listen to the Sports Report each and every day, Monday through Fridays at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, on Saturdays at 10 a.m., and on Sundays at 8 p.m. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Sports Report, Saturday edition. Mike Prince here with you. In case you hadn't heard, in case you didn't even know, you can listen to us each and every day. Each and every day, right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of Waller County Athletics, Monday through Fridays at 8 a.m. Saturdays, 10 a.m. and on Sundays at 8 p.m. I tell you what else, too. You can check out my good friend Snowman in the Morning. Snowman in the Morning at the Arena Sports Network. You can find him through the Spreaker.com network. Has a really entertaining show, and I think you'd be appreciative of what he has to do and say in the world of Chicago, Illinois. Check him out, Snowman in the Morning. Want to say hello to Liz and Donna. Keep close, and you never know what can come out. Well, let us go right back into the swing of things, if you will, because, man, we got some basketball to talk about later on today. But with all that being said, anybody that knows me and anybody that keeps up with this program know that we are baseball fanatics, baseball appreciative of all, as Garrett Morris used to say back in the early days of Saturday Night Live. Baseball has been very, very good to me. And with that being said, it's right around the corner. The Panthers will be opening up the 2014 campaign on February the 14th. February the 14th, the Panthers will be on the road to take on the Houston Baptist Huskies on the 14th, the 15th, and on the 16th. Mark your calendars, because February the 15th will be there for that first pitch, broadcasting you right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. The Panthers are in the verge of getting a new baseball facility completed. And while they are working that, they got some weather that has thrown some things off. So the Panthers will have to relocate and play at the Urban Youth Academy Stadium. And Coach Wascala Cullivan was able to give us more information about that and his expectations for the 2014 campaign. So we're now going to switch and hear from Coach Wascala Sullivan, which we had the pleasure of doing a phone interview with right here on the Sports Report. Okay, so on February the 18th, February 26th, and March the 4th, the Panthers will take their show on the road temporarily while they're doing the construction for the new baseball facilities on the campus, and that will be at the Urban Youth Academy, which is located at 2801 South Victory Drive in Houston, Texas, 77088. Coach, how are the guys looking and shaping up for the beginning of this 2014 campaign?
Well, the kids are very excited. We open up on February 14th weekend, Valentine weekend. We open up at Houston Baptist and played Houston Baptist on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All those games starting at 1 o'clock as well. And we're very excited about the 2014 season. We have a lot of seniors returning on the pitching mound and also throughout the lineup. So we got a lot of experience coming back, and we're looking forward to making another run to the championship.
All right. Now, speaking of the championship, Coach, there can only be one champion. We all know that. The last game that the Panthers were out there on the diamond was in a bittersweet defeat. What's been going through your process in your mind of getting all this together, and how you've been preparing for this upcoming season?
Well, the good thing, Mike, is that we get an opportunity to go back to Fort Worth, Texas, and play again in the same location, the SWAC tournament. So it's good that we get to go back there, and that's May 14th through the 18th in Fort Worth. And this is good to have opportunity to go back and try to redeem ourselves. We fell one game short of being back-to-back conference champs, and now we just want to go out and finish strong and finish the year out with us with the title.
Okay, so one of those deals where you came back. What a fantastic run that you guys put together, and it was pure on heart, gut, and determination, showing how a champion's going to go down, but not without a fight. So you got some guys. I've been keeping up with some of the guys during their off season. They're tweeting and Facebooking and social media wise on how they're ready to go back and put things back in its rightful position, and that being a SWAC championship for the Panthers. I've got Coach Wascala Sullivan here on the phone line. For those who may just be coming in, there will be a slight adjustment for the home games for the Panthers during the early part of February. There is a new baseball construction on the campus. So with that being said, the Texas College game, which is scheduled for February the 18th, the Wiley College, which is scheduled for February the 26th, and then Houston-Tillerson for March 4th, those games will be played at the Urban Youth Academy at 2801 South Victory Drive in Houston, Texas. Now, Coach, you starting off with Houston Baptist on the 14th, the 15th, and the 16th of this month. How are you guys sizing up, and what's your projected rotation for that series?
Well, the good thing again, we have our starters coming back with Jonathan Mata, our number one starter last year. He's a returning senior, and AJ Him, he was our closer last year, and we moved him up to the rotation, and he'll be our game 2 starter this year. And Chad Slick is the game 3 starter, and all those guys are seniors, and those guys came from community college and had success there, and they had success here as juniors. So we, with the experience those guys bring to the mound on the starting rotation, it gives us good confidence going in.
Very good, very good. Well, Coach, here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, we appreciate you all allowing us to be able to provide this service and coverage throughout the Waller County community and beyond, and want to let you know that we look forward to a 2014 campaign. Is there any thing that you would like to share with us before we get ready to close this segment out?
Well, the goal is always to win the conference, the best, team we can possibly be. And that's try to, win games in the regional and be successful there. And so the standards are high, and we just encourage the guys to come out and support the baseball team this year for 2014 with the new facility that's in place and with high goals. I just want people to come out and share that moment and experience with the baseball team.
Very good. You can catch Panther baseball on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Coach was Scholar Cullivan here on the line. Coach, we thank you so much, and we appreciate you, and we're going to see you on that diamond, man. Can you feel it in the air, man? Baseball season has snuck up upon us.
Yes, it has. Go Panthers.
Go Panthers. With Scholar Cullivan for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers, this is Mike Prince. We'll be right. And yes, that was Mr. Wiscoliver Cullivan, head baseball coach for the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. Baseball season is here. Whether you like it or not, ready or not, as they used to say, here it comes. The Panthers will be on the road at Houston Baptist. And then they were technically supposed to have been at home, but they'll be on the road down in Houston for their next 3 home games. And we're scheduled to bring those games to you live right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. So be sure to keep it locked right here. Follow us through Spreaker. Follow us through Twitter. Follow us through our site. You can even follow us through Instagram. Instagram is Radio Guy 2261. Radio Guy, all one word, 2261. I'm new to that Instagram, so you guys are going to have to help the old man out and help me get hip to things, if you will. My son's trying to help me, but he said, Pop, I don't know if you can make it. Will you all help the old man out and help me get into the 21st century way of communicating? This is Mike Prince, Saturday edition of the Sports Report. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. What if I told you that for $36, you could make a big difference? At $36 a year, you can become a listening partner with the Open Mic Broadcast Network. This annual donation would help us continue the success of our broadcast throughout Waller County. Visit our website at ktorradio.com and become a listening partner today. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. It's basketball season, and you know what that means. Fast breaks, slam dunks, block shots, and game-clinching free throws, all captured right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of Waller County athletics. Serving the Waller Bulldogs, the Hempstead Bobcats, the Royal Falcons, and the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. You can catch it all at ktorradio.com or join our listen line at 213-401-0037. You can now listen to the Sports Report each and every day, Monday through Fridays at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time, on Saturdays at 10 a.m., and on Sundays at 8 p.m. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. We are in our final segment of today's show. And I know you're like, man, already? Yes, already. I got a lot to get ready to do today. Because why? The Texas Southern Tigers are coming in town, and they'll be taking on the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. The women's game is scheduled to tip off at 5:30. 30 minutes after that one, you will have the men getting it on the hoops. And we'll be there to give you that game live right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. You may have heard throughout this morning's show that we are having a membership drive. We can't do this without your support. You have shown time and time again that you appreciate what we do and how we do things. We have made it a number one top priority to make sure that we bring back to our community the righteousness that it deserves. That's why we cover the Waller Bulldogs, the Hempstead Bobcats, the Royal Falcons, and the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. We're asking if you would join forces with us and become a listening partner. At $36 a year, $36 a year, you can become a listening partner, which will help us tremendously continue to provide you with these programs. We work with the very basics to give you top quality programming. We don't spend money on fancy bells and whistles. We love what we do, simplify what we do, and we try to master what we do here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network. And I'm asking if you would search within your heart, visit our website at ktorradio.com, go to the sports section, and you will see the little blurb that tells you just how you can make your donation. It simply says the continued success of our broadcasts are directly related to the support of our friends in the community. We're seeking listener support partners, which would help us continue to provide our local program coverage. You can help us to continue providing these broadcasts with an annual donation of only $36. That's only 10 cents a day, people. You can help make a difference. Will you visit our website at ktorradio.com and become a listening partner today? We greatly appreciate you. And we do what we do because we love this community in which the Lord has allowed us to be in. And we try to represent with dignity, decorum, and a whole lot of integrity. I tell you what, I got to get my clothes on that'll keep me warm as we get ready to make this journey to the Baby Dome. The Texas Southern Tigers and the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. Want to let you all know that after you've done your best, God is truly pleased. It's not whether you are the best, simply do your best. This is Mike Prince with the Open Mic Broadcast Network and the Sports Report saying God bless. Have a safe Saturday, and we'll see you on the other side.
The Sports Report is a production of the Open Mic Broadcast Network located in Prairie View, Texas. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network is the official voice of Waller County Athletics.